We all have a different sense of humor. Humor is in the eyes of the beholder. And I learned this lesson way back in grade 3. In grade 3 at 8 years old, life's greatest mystery was, do nuns have hair? When you are 8 years old, and that is one of your career choices, it was an answer that must be discovered. We used to talk about it at recess. We used to talk about it after school. We'd say, why no, what do you think? Do you think she has hair? I don't know. Well, one day, I became the chosen one. Not to be a nun, but to discover the truth. And this is how it went. We were walking back from turtle drill. This is where I lose everybody. They go, hey, turtle drill? This was in the 50s. They used to ring a siren. We used to have to all go upstairs. Thank you. Get on your knees and huddle. And then we'd go back to the class. Well, I was always the tallest in the class, which meant I was always at the back of the line and the middle of the photograph, okay? The world revolved around me, okay? Anyway, this particular day, the line got changed around, and I became the first in line. I followed Sister Mary Eva herself. We were returning to our classroom, going down the stairs. I underestimated the length of her veil and the length of my stride. I took one giant step forward, and all I remember is, ah! And the ripple effect up the stairs. She's got hair! She's got hair! She's got hair! I would have never believed that Sister would hold a grudge. It didn't matter, though. I vowed, it's okay, Carole, just go back to your seat and just behave. Keep your mouth shut for a while, okay? Well, I went back, and I was a little devastated, and I was the last seat in the third row. And it was time for social studies. And we were reading in order from the front girl up here. And she started from the reader, and she read out loud. And then the native Indian went back to sleep in his tippy. I hear the mispronounced word tippy. I think to myself, Auntie Mary has a dog named Tippy. This is funny. When you think it's funny, you laugh out loud. Ah! When you laugh out loud and you are the only one laughing, I raised the top of my desk and I laughed inside, only to serve as an echo chamber. I knew I was in trouble when I heard, I lowered the top of my desk as Sister elevated me and dragged me to the front of the class. Now, for those of you who share with me the common trait of enjoying people and laughing with people, you know that we're also very, very sensitive. And we have fragile dancing hearts that sit right here. Well, as she walked me to the front of the class, she then proceeded to give me the strap. And all I could remember was, in order to save face, well, thank you very much, Sister, I really enjoyed that. And I went back to my seat and vowed I would not open my mouth again until grade 9. And then grade 9, I went off to an all-girls Catholic high school. When I looked around the room at the first assembly, I thought, I'm the tallest in the school. I should be in charge. So I decided that I would run for student council. And my theme would be the Jolly Green Giant. At the time, we had a friend who took a very active role in our life. When he heard that I was running for student council, he said, Carole, I think it's great that you're running in the election. You have what it takes to be on that student council. But this is what I'm going to do. I'd like to help you out. So you take the week, you do the posters, you do the campaigning, you know, the schmooze and that sort of thing. Let me write your speech, okay? Okay. He said, I'll meet you Friday afternoon outside of the gym. Friday afternoon comes, and I'm looking for Bill. And there he is. He said, Carole, I've got the speech here. I've outlined where I want you to pause and take a breath, you know. Just go in there and find a friendly face and talk to that face, okay? Okay. So I go inside, and all of a sudden it's my turn. I get up on stage, and I look for that friendly face. I couldn't see one. It was a massive blur of black and white. The last 36 rows were the students in their black and white uniforms. The front 4 rows were the nuns in their black and white habits. And I started. Sisters, teachers, fellow students, don't be concerned about the fact that the Jolly Green Giant only wears leaves. Just keep in mind that Eve only wore leaves too. Now I know why Adam's favorite season was fall. The last 36 rows, I can't believe she said it! I can't believe she said it! Woo, woo, woo! The front 4 rows, squirting of their ears, their belly button, their ankles, oh! And I no sooner said, so please be choosy, vote Bertuzzi. I heard the #1 nun. And where she may be today, she is now Mother Superior in Canada, this particular nun. She greets me at the side and escorts me to the front of the chapel. I guess she figured she needed all the help she can get. She said, that was disgusting. That was humiliating. I have every notion to pull you out of this election and even expel you. But you're only here because of your perfect sister Sharon anyway. I said, Sister, I didn't think it was funny, did you? Oh, of course not. Well, I won their hearts and I won their votes. But the #1 nun who had my education in the palm of her hand was not impressed. She was offended by my attempt at humor. And it is something that you and I, unfortunately, must think about all the time.